Welcome to another edition of One Take Only. I'm George Phillips with oilpressure.com. And this is my former friend, John McClung. And John, it's racing season.
I think that's just terrific too.
We're just a couple of days from the first practice down in St. Pete, and we're racing this weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I enjoyed the off season, seeing that it's over. That's what I enjoyed most about it.
Yeah.
And also, I was able to purchase my Indianapolis 500 tickets, which is always a good thing to do in the off season.
You didn't renew yours back in June?
Well, I did, but whatever. They're coming this month, March.
No, actually, they're coming in April. It's late, but had you known such thing, have you been keeping in touch with things, you'd know that. But they are going to be interesting looking tickets.
I know, yeah, that's going to be really cool.
The plastic and everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm being a traditionalist. I'm not keen on that every year, but
this is the 100.
This is the 100,
running.
And thank God they're not going to this trend where everybody else does, where you just do an e-ticket from your phone.
Oh, I hate that.
No, that's fine for a football game or a hockey game or a concert. Yeah. But for the Indianapolis 500, I want my souvenir ticket.
That's right.
So, but no, it's coming up,
yeah.
And I think they're doing a really, really good job of keeping the whole 100th running theme all through the off season, and it's going to do nothing but intensify. I mean, I've got some. I'm not big on the concerts, but
well, you're going to the concert.
I am going.
Saturday night concert.
Susan, my wife wants to go to the Blake Shelton concert.
And you're going to be a good guy and take her.
We're going.
Blake Shelton. You think that that little blonde is going to be there too?
Gwen Stefani?
Yeah.
Maybe, but we'll see.
Okay.
But anyway, getting back to the upcoming race at St. Pete. Like I say, it's been an interesting off season, but not a whole lot of changes going on. I mean, there hadn't been any major signings, like last year, Simon Pagenaud, Judd Kapinski, and 2 years ago it was Hinchcliffe, went to Sam Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
But still, there's been some movement. Gabby Chavez is not going to be with Brian Herta. Brian Herta did get, I don't know if you want to say merged, absorbed, whatever, but they're running their team in conjunction with Andretti Autosport. And they brought in Alexander Rossi. Your thoughts?
Well, Brian Herta, I think he's a terrific owner, and he's a winner, regardless if when he had Dan Weldon that year in 2011, he was with Sam Schmidt. It was still Brian Herta's team.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
And it's still going to be Brian Herta, and Brian Herta's got that history with Michael Andretti. He did a lot of stuff with him. He was the mule, really.
Yeah, he did the bulk of the testing, and was sort of the unsung hero of all their success in the early part of the last decade. But then, they did have I think there was a little bad blood when they parted ways because, if you recall, Brian Herta was driving for Michael's ALMS team.
Right.
And I think that got a little ugly, but obviously things have mended.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like when you do idiotic things, but I always forgive you. But inside joke. But your thoughts on Rossi?
Well, I don't know much about him other than he had F1. I know that a lot of people got upset, including you, with that interview.
With that interview.
I don't care about the interview.
It rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
It really did. I mean, as I was listening to it, I was just thinking how awkward it was, because they were on trackside, Kurt Cavan and Kevin Lee, they were asking these in-depth, well thought out questions, and it was basically met with, no, whatever, and came across as very arrogant, aloof, and I almost felt sorry for them, because you could tell they were kind of scrambling to get this guy to say something. Maybe it's just a bad interview, I don't know, but I did not come away with a great first impression. Mm-hmm. We'll see what kind of driver he is.
Well, we'll see what kind of driver he is, but my eyes are on a couple of characters out there that I like them a lot. and one is Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah,
There
well,
with
I wouldn't call him a character.
he's a lot of fun.
He's a lot of fun. He and Hinchcliffe together.
Yeah, Hinchcliffe,
They're
the mayor.
yeah, they're a good team together on television. But they're both great drivers
They
too.
are,
I mean,
and I'm really excited about the year for both of them.
yeah, and I'm glad to. I really want to see Hinchcliffe bounce back from that.
Me
that,
too.
Injury, I mean, very bad injury that he had, and he's going to be teaming with Aloshin at Sam Schmidt this year, and he's coming off of a bad injury from 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. So they're both coming off long periods on the men, and I hope they can both do well. And I really hope to see Hinchcliffe back in the thick of things.
I do too. He's a great guy, great for the series. I like Sam Schmidt too. I've always liked Sam Schmidt. The guy works hard, and before he got into the IndyCar series, he was in the Lights.
Yeah.
And he was great. He really worked hard.
And he's still there. I mean,
yeah, he's still there.
He's like the Roger Penske of Indy Lights, except he doesn't come close to winning championships. He wins championships for the most part. That was a little bit of a dig.
Didn't he win a couple of those Freedom 100s?
I think so. Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, and now you're getting out of my comfort zone when you talk Indy Lights, because
right.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't hate them. I don't really follow the feeder series. Never have. It's just I wait till they get up into the top level to get to know them.
Well, Gabby Chavez was terrific. Chavez. Right. He was terrific in Indy Lights.
Okay.
So
I'll take your word for it.
Yes, he was. He'll be good. He'll be good in IndyCar. Hopefully, he gets a full time.
Yeah, I hope he gets another shot, because he did I thought he did a really good job with Brian Herta's team, and I really think that's probably the most underfunded team in the paddock. I think that Brian Herta probably did more with less last year than even, say, Dale Coyne. So I'll be interested to see if Gabby resurfaces anywhere. He's been doing some fill-in work for Aloshin with Sam Schmidt during these testing periods at Phoenix and at Sebring last week.
Okay, what about Honda? They were tested over there at Phoenix. The bow tie guys, they did real well.
I'm not that worried about Honda. I mean, you may be right, because I think you're kind of thinking.
Honda's got some trouble.
You're thinking it's going to be more dominance from Chevy. I'm going to wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens at this first race, because Honda could have been sandbagging a little bit.
Well, they didn't have their engine, the one that they're going to run for 2016 anyway.
You like pointing that out, huh?
No, but I mean, still, there's a lot of unknown there. My point, George, is that, I want to see Andretti be competitive. I want to see Ron Hunter-Reay vie for the Indianapolis 500 again, along with, the Chevy guys that I like a lot, like Ed Carpenter and Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah.
I'd love it. Nothing would please me more than to see one of those two guys on the pole.
But, Ed was on the pole 2
Twice.
years and 13 and 14.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
So, who's to say he couldn't do it again? Yeah. Ed had a tough time with the Aero kit last year, I don't think Chevy's changed theirs too much this year. So let's see if he can adjust to it a little bit better. But he had a good run out in Phoenix last weekend.
Yes, he did. Fuzzy's has got some money too.
What do you think about the green turn two sweeps?
Hey, why not? Let's go for it. I knew that at one time green was supposed to be the bad luck color, but Jim Clark won with it in '65.
Yeah, but
he was running in gold when he was killed in Germany.
Okay, whatever.
That was gold.
Okay.
So maybe gold's unlucky. Don't get gold.
Okay, whatever. But I would not mind. I mean, I don't care if it's good luck, bad luck, whatever. I think it's a little garish.
Oh, I think it's great.
I mean, I don't know. Just hadn't seen it in person. But you know me, I'm narrow-minded, so if I see something, I just decide I don't like it. So.
Well, Fuzzy's has become my favorite vodka.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I think that's just great.
It is great. It's good vodka, and I'm looking forward to getting 2 of those bottles up there with the commemorative 100th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Hinchtown Hammerdown is my favorite beer. What do you think about that?
Me too. I love it. It's a delicious beer.
Anyway,
And I love the tenderloins at the track.
I like the old tenderloins.
I like them both.
Well, yeah, you like
With
that.
a nice Coca-Cola and
Sort of the leisure suit of
French
tenderloins,
fries.
that thing they serve with the pepper jack cheese.
oh,
No. Anyway,
golly, I'm dying for one.
getting back to racing, Penske.
Okay.
Juan Montoya led almost wire to wire. He won the first race. He was leading the championship all through last season, going into the final race, and he lost it.
Tough.
Lately, there's been a history of Penske losing the championship right at the end of the season when they have a firm grip on it most of the season. Do you see a repeat of that? You think they're going to win it? You think somebody else is going to take over? And what do you think?
Well, I mean, who was Dixon? God, what? Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won.
No, I think that both Will Power and Montoya, they're both going to be in on it. You know.
What about Elio?
Does Elio ever win a championship?
He never has.
Okay. He looks good. He looks good.
What do you
going
think
for
he
it.
wants more? A fourth Indianapolis 500
Oh,
or an IndyCar championship?
a fourth Indianapolis
Exactly.
500.
Right now, not just because I like him. Right now, he's who I'm looking for. He's got the good-looking Pennzoil paint job again this year, and I think he will definitely be a factor. I say that without seeing a wheel turn this season, but we're going to have a good indication. I think coming out of Phoenix, what kind of season Elio's going to have.
Okay, and I also think too that when things get rolling, Scott Dixon is still going to be there.
Oh, sure.
Indianapolis 500 could be his as well.
Tony Kanaan, what do you think?
There's a lot of talk about Tony Kanaan, this being maybe his last big year.
I think it might be, and yeah. I think that he's reached a point. I mean, he's what, 41? I think he's reached a point in his life where he, he's got about I think Leo is what, 6, 7 years old, maybe older than that. He's got a 1-year-old, relatively new wife. I just think that he's at a point in his life that he wants to enjoy other aspects of that life. And good for him. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him for that either.
I'd like to see him get that second Indy 500.
I would too. And he's always, I'm so used to TK being in the field that, I would generally miss him.
Okay, Pagenaud. I wrote an article.
He didn't have such a great year. He was the weak link at Penske.
Yeah, and you think that if he does the same this next season that
he's gone.
You think so?
It. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And keep in mind, Roger Penske doesn't. He's pretty patient.
Yeah, he's patient, but there's a fellow by the name of Joseph Newgarden.
That's the thing. I think that
Penske would love to have.
I think he
in the
is
stable.
really eyeing Joseph Newgarden. I think a lot depends on, does Montoya hang it up this year? Does Elio hang it up this year? Or do they push Pagenaud out if he has another mediocre season? I don't know. I think that whole dynamic at Penske is going to be kind of interesting to watch this season.
One thing too, though, about Penske is that it's those teams that surround the car.
But, like I pointed out Monday, that team of Pagenaud's is the newest. They scraped that team together. That may not be the proper terminology.
They put it together.
They put it together just a year ago, and he had three good years at Schmidt.
Right.
And I think really everybody talks about Penske perfect, but I got to think that the top team at Schmidt is probably better than the number 4 team at Penske.
Probably so.
Especially when that team at Schmidt has been together for several years.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see Newgarden go to that team. I'd want to see him go up to Juan Montoya.
I could really see
him on one of those teams.
I'd like to see Newgarden driving that number 2 car.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, AJ Foyt.
Foyt. They are AJ Foyt, the AJ Foyt team. I'm always going to pull for the AJ Foyt team because it's AJ Foyt. It doesn't give me a whole lot of pleasure there at the end of the year, but I'm still going to, I mean, AJ's always my guy and will be.
Yeah, and at this time every season we keep thinking, well, Larry Foy's made a lot of positive moves and pointed the team in the right direction.
As the team
Yeah, who is it? George Klotz?
Right, right. That's it. Yeah.
Klotz, whatever.
That's right.
That's right. He's going to be. They got him from Andretti, and he's been there forever. But he's going to be team manager. But every year they add a new piece of the puzzle, and everybody thinks that's what's going to push them over the hump. And they fall flat on their face. They lay an egg again. I think last year they struggled because they had expanded to a two-car team. Because I think Jack Hawksworth is a better driver than what he showed last year. So it'll be interesting to see if they can put it together this year. And who knows? Sato may be a little bit on the hot seat.
Well, Sato should be. He can win or he can crash.
Well, he brought that team its first win in a decade.
That's right.
A couple of years ago.
That's right.
So, anyway.
Okay, who else is out there that we really need to talk about?
Of course, we didn't really talk about Ganassi. And they have a new driver with Max Chilton. Yeah. We did talk about Kanaan and Dixon. And, of course, Charlie Kimball. Have you seen Charlie Kimball's new paint job?
Yeah, I did. I saw it. I don't know what to think about it. I'd like to see it.
I know what I think about it.
You don't like it at all.
Not one bit. Flat black and lime green. That's not a good combination.
No.
And I really like the, maybe look too much like the Florida Gators with the blue and orange.
Cool.
But I don't know. Anyway, you got anything else?
Well, Ganassi, golly, let's just give him his proper words. Scott Dixon, he's one of the very best. They're going to be there. Dixon's a good guy. Don't know what to think about the driver he had last year that they fired. They got rid of. Yeah. He's a hot shot. He got everybody all mad.
No shirt. Sage Karam.
Sage Karam. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. He Sage has a ride for Indy with Dreyer and Reinbold, but right now that's it. He might need to take a step back and sort of rethink his priorities. Yeah. I think he's a good driver. Needs to grow up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But anything else?
No, I'm looking forward to who's going to be the champion at the end of the year.
I have no clue.
Well, you usually do it to be at this show. Come on.
Will Power.
Will Power.
Will Power.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And but I think I'm going to go with another Penske driver for St. Pete. Elio.
Elio's going to win St. Pete.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Scott Dixon's going to win St. Pete. And
the championship?
Well, the championship, golly, I like Will Power, but you called him.
Can we not agree?
Well, I will have to agree. I think it's Will Power.
Okay, well, it's your never-ending quest to be just like me.
God.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to the season. I mean, hear the birds chirping. It's spring. Actually, it's still wintertime, but I like that because
I do too.
Now we're racing in 3 seasons.
Oh, that's great.
Not just 2.
But I love March. I love April, but I really love May.
But looking forward to May. But right now we got a few races to keep us occupied until we get to May, and I'm really looking forward to this weekend. And I cannot wait till Friday to try and sneak away at work and watch some practice.
Well, that's just terrific. Why don't you bring one of your
just a couple of days.
One of the members of your staff with you?
Well, I might just do that if he behaves. Anyway, for John McClellan, I am George Phillips with OilPressure.com. Thanks for watching.